Mo afi bo eshimo alambiere. Oti woro nya awu mo ni suama na mbiere.
Mbiere. Agala m mbiere. Awu mo oke mmụọ. Aga m ele m n'ime Nigeria. Ma Hausa ma Igbo. Ọ naanị Yoruba ka m agafewo etu m chọrọ bata nke ahụ agaala aga. Ana m ebe a.
Ngwa. Achọrọ ịma maka Aboh. Kedu ndị bụ ndị Aboh?
Na ajụjụ ka o siri ike ma ọ dị ụtọ. Ndị Aboh wụ ndị si Benin Empire malite. Maka ihi dara mgbe aha ịma ịgụ akwụkwọ ndị Benin ị ga-eji mata that agha nọ nga ahụ for long years mgbe aha si Ife Empire nata Benin.
All right, beautiful people, it's your boy again, the XDT and the WAPE, the extra talented young progressive entrepreneur, the RAB, refinable boy, SBGC street boy, gone class, and I'm rapping on Namen TV, bringing you vibes from the streets. The Unified Igbos project just got us to this historic place, the NDOKWA East, where we will be meeting the Aboh people. The Aboh people actually occupies this this side of the NDOKWA East. Well, Aboh is quite significant when it comes to the Igbo history, and we are here to find out exactly their history. I mean, their rich history right here in Aboh. All right, just join me as we do this. We are not stopping, we are not relenting, and definitely we aren't going to abandon this project. It is the Unified Igbos now. We're putting everything that we can. We drove, I mean, I'm not even gonna start explaining how far we've driven to this place. It's been a very, very long journey. Well, I thank God. This is the kingdom of Aboh. Aboh is an ancient kingdom. When you hear the word ancient kingdom is indeed an ancient kingdom, because this kingdom happens to be the first kingdom established on the soil of Igbo land. It is dated way back in the 14th century to the 15th century. And they practiced the Obi kingship all the way down to this generation. Well, without so much ado, sir, you are likened to a professor. But then I would give you the singular honor of introducing yourself to this wonderful audience of ours. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mecca. It's a beautiful morning. We thank God we're all here today to exchange ideas about the history of Aboh Kingdom, an ancient kingdom that dates back to 1483. When we left the then Oba Ozurwa II, Oba the Baroni of Benin Kingdom, to relocate here. And any authentic Igbo-speaking community from here across the Niger to the other side of the Niger that can boast that they are part of Igbo-speaking people must have had an origin from that kingdom. The Selukus, the Ogwashukus, the Abohs, the Ubulukus, and the rest of them. That is on the other side, going towards Onitsha from Aboh. Then on the other side, Aboh towers above all of them, because we were the first people to establish what we call Aboh Kingdomite. And here we are today. So it's a pleasure to welcome all of you to this great kingdom, of which I'm proud, and all of us should be proud, because it's the mother of Kingdomites, both east and west of the Niger. So we'll leave it there for the time being. We can go into more details later on as we plod along this long journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Your introduction won't be quite enough without mentioning your academic achievements. I mean, it is, and also yes, it must be brought to light, because this book that I'm holding here simply reads snippets on Aboh kings. Obi is from the 14th century to the 2016.
Yeah.
All right, and it's written by you,
Yes, indeed.
Kenneth P.
Yes,
Odile Ajay.
yeah.
Tell us about your academics
Okay.
uh,
Very simple, very
achievements.
straightforward. Like you mentioned, I am by name Chief Kenneth Patrick Odili Ajay. By extension, I am a great descendant of Obi Ojubale the second, 1861 to 1897, in the whole hierarchy of kingship in Aboh Kingdom. You understand me? But in terms of educational pedigree, I can easily tell you, I schooled at St. John's Primary School on Onitsha up to 1956, when I passed out from the extension of that school, which was St. Michael's School, Fege. We were the founders from 1955 to 1956. I graduated from there. And I got admission to Christ the King College, one of the foremost then high-rated colleges in the then Eastern region, where I did my school serve between 1957 and 1961. Finished there. Then I went to College of Immaculate Conception in Enugu, where I did my high school 1962 to 63. Thereafter, I got admission to University of Nigeria, Nsukka. I should have graduated in June 1967, but the war, Nigerian Biafran War, intervened, unfortunately for me and for everybody who was part of it. So I had to get involved in the Nigerian Biafran War, did all we could and everything, but eventually it didn't turn out positively. For me, I don't know for others, but I then left Biafra, came to my town for the first time in 1968. When I got here, well, they said I should go and teach French at the school they call it Mary Magdalene College at Ashaka, which is just a neighboring town behind us. From there again, still avid to get educated. I now sought admission to University of Nigeria, University of Ibadan. As at that time, that was 1969. Got the admission. Somebody sponsored me. Bendel school, Bendel State sponsored me. I left to Ibadan, from Ibadan to University of Cume, Centre Université Méditerranée in France, southern France, in Nice, one of the most beautiful cities in the world. So there I graduated. I came back to University of Ibadan, polished up my academic papers, and then graduated finally in 1972, and then left. Got to Lagos, got a job with Square Nigeria Limited, the people who were responsible for distributing Pijo in Nigeria at that time. But there I worked till I think 1990 something. Then I left. It was on my own and everything. So yeah, I then eventually got also when I was fed up with the private sector, because I wanted to fight the French, because I knew they were playing pranks. The federal government, they said they are transferring technology, whereas we are just selling Peugeot spare parts, which all the ordinary people were doing. So, no, build technical schools for our people, train Nigerians so that we shall come up a little bit, but we are doing playing pranks. So I said, no, that cannot. I fought them bitterly, brought them to their knees, and then got MD Yusufu, the then Inspector General of Police at that time, to ask the French government to repatriate their workforce by 30% from Nigeria. Go, we don't need you. If you cannot impart technology to achieve them, then what are you doing here? Go back. And it happened. But I paid a great price for it. They said I should go. I said, okay, I'm going. You have the top, I have the ground. Go. So I started. So after that, I now felt that my days in the private sector was up. So I switched over to the government sector, because I knew that with all education, if you didn't pass through the federal civil service system, you cannot be talking effectively and authoritatively in Nigeria. So I went into defense. They employed me in defense. That was where I even blossomed. I was in charge of diplomatic circles, writing briefs, submissions, and all the rest of it. So, but a long shot, eventually I retired about 5 years ago, and I said, no, there's no point staying in Abuja. What am I doing there? Go back to your people, give them back what they are giving to you, because they sponsored my high school course on those days. So I said, I'm here now to see the kind of little contribution I can make with other compatriots, to see that my little town, Aboh Kingdom, picks up from the dregs of the war and move ahead and be at par, at least, if not above others, at least be at par with other kingdoms around us, so that we can say, this is our town. And that is what I'm here doing. So thank you very much.
Okay, man, that's quite. That's quite the history. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Okay, we are here today. I get you
Whichever.
Okay.
Bonkwem. And we did with it. I made it.
Okay, ngwano mo ngafi bo shimo eshimo alambire. Oti shigoro nya awu ni suama. Suama na mbieri.
Mbieri. Agala mo mbieri. Awu mo oke mmụọ. Aga m elem n'ime Nigeria. Ma Hausa ma Igbo. Ọ naanị Yoruba ka m agafetu etu m chọrọ, but nke ahụ agaala aga. Ana m ebe a.
Ngwa. A chọrọ ịma maka Aboh. Kedu ndị bụ ndị Aboh?
Na ajụjụ ka ahụ o siri ike ma ọ dị ụtọ. Ndị Aboh wụ ndị si Benin Empire malite. Maka ihi dara mgbe aha ịma ịgụ akwụkwọ ndị Benin, ị ga-ịmata that agha nọ nga ahụ for long years mgbe aha si Ife Empire nata Benin. So etu ha na-echi eze ha awụzi ezi a na-echi ugbu a, maka mfe nna mụrụ nna gị, then up for ha chọkwa ka m bịa fekwa gị. So that thing that ga ma ụdị ha na-atọ ụtọ, onye ọbụla chọkwa isi efuta. So mirikiti ndị bụ ndị nọ ebuga ahụ, that is ndị otu ụmụ udede nke ahụ ga-agawa mfecha nna mụrụ gị ozuele nke fọrọ na oruo m mechie eze o bute agbaghara alụ ọgwụ nọ n'ime ya. Onye bụ eze mgbe ahụ bụ Ọba Ozulua the second, the great Barome, great conqueror. Kpara ya nụọ ya gafee Kutonu, gafee ebe ncha wụsa na Ghana. Ị gaa na Ghana ugbu a, ndị Ga na-asụ Ga, it's a language in Ghana. Ọ ndị Benin ka ha hụ. Gafecha ma Lagos ebe ha. Ọtago. So ọ ndị Aboh. So oge ahụ bitere 2081, for instance, ndị Ọnịcha move ele. We can't take this anymore. They move. A na-achọ ebe mmiri ohimmiri. A na-aga River Niger. That is why you go on Ọnịcha ugbu a. Gaa hụ ha. Ha na-ekwukwa, ha na-agwa gị that ha wụ ndị Igbo. That is a mistaken identity ka na-ekwu. They left Benin in 1481. Settled at Onitsha. Today. I won't go into that one, it's unnecessary. But in that boy move really. And then Mamba and the days and I know Ndomo, ise ishi, itolu, and rest of it. So in the kind a move, offer a mover. I have an Aboh Amma. And had the very religious, forget that how Christian, but how my name. How do I was a move when I gana. A bob on the actual I got this is the direction I got. Or the Israelites from Goshen in Egypt. They move and actual Canaan, the promised land. That was how they are going. But because they misbehaved, they said, no, you can't go. Moses cannot go. Stop. Joshua take over. So, Niba Gagidezia, Hanaga, Ebike grow to Ezweike. They can stay there for 2 or 3 days, 1 week. The other group continue because that armor is like Lehana Banela. Yana Duha Naga, and Duha Naga. So eventually they landed here around 1504 thereabouts. So they now established Hebrews the members administration. It all gather hammer. Can free liberty. Can liberty.
Okay. Onye na. Oteka. Mana anyị ga na-egbu ya nkenke. Okay. Ihe m chọrọ ịjụ. Akụkọ Aboh aga ezu kama oke ma etige ya Benin Empire.
Exactly.
And achọrọ m ịjụ. Benin Empire, anyị ma ihe empire n'olu oyibo. Ihe empire ọwụna ndị nọ within the administrative arms of that empire. How an ethnic nationality of that Benin ka ọwụ ndị Igbo nọkwa nga ndị na-asụ ihe amụna gị na-asụ. Bịara mgbe ọ bịaziri wuru dat na onye aka na-achị abịa nwee nsogbu ikwuru agha onye ọbụla adọwara gawa nke ya. Akwa ọsụsụ a ka unu ji nụrụ ebe ahụ ka ihe mere asụsụ.
Asụsụ a na-asụ mgbe ahụ ọwụ Igbo.
Ka ha na-asụ.
Ha na-asụ Benin. Benin ka ha na-asụ. Up to now, Benin ahụ ka ha na-asụ. Mana ndị kulitere na Benin dịka anyị nwa, dịka Ọnịcha, dịka Aboh, Iselukwu, na ndị so ha. Ọwụzi anyị Igbo ka ha na-asụ. Maka anyị ma na-aga. O nwee ebe unu jegide ruo unu kwuru some people there who were living there before. Like nke obodo anyị Aboh. O nwere ndị abịa kwuru a na-akpọ ndị akara. They're still there. Ọwụ Igbo ka ha na-asụ. First of all, they had gotten interwoven with ndị ụmụnne anyị nọ across the Niger, that is Eastern region. So the language of Igbo, a mix yele na nke ndị Benin. Ọwụzi Igbo ka a na-asụ. Ọwụzi Benin ka a na-asụ. A na-asụzi nke masịrị ha. Nke ga-aba uru. Ị na-asụ Benin onwe onye ga-aghọta ihe na-ekwu. Ha sụwa n'Igbo because ha bụrụ ụgbọ, ha bụrụ ngwaahịa. Ha ga Ọnịcha gaa rete ihe, rete ego. Ha ga Ugwuta, ha ga-rete ego. Ị hapụ ya na-asụzi Benin, who will buy from you? So the language ceased after some centuries of interaction. Ọwụzi Igbo. It's a mix-up of Igbo and whatever language they met there. But there's some subsistent phrases and words that still are typical and reflective of Benin. For instance, a word, noka ozebe, is typical Benin. It's not an Igbo word.
Ozebe ka ihe omena.
Ozebe, nwa, reach somebody. Ozebe. In fact, the original word Oziebe is Benin, but now, as a result of mutilation of words and everything, it's now contracted to Ozebe.
Okay. Ajụjụ m na-awụrụ. Kedu ndị Aboh?
Ndị Aboh bụ ndị si, like I told you the long story, but let me cut it short. Bụ ndị si Benin, they are here in the later part of the 15th century. I've quoted the date 1483. That was when we left Benin. How about Bruzenga? How about Bruzen here? Hele, only how you made to survive, because instinct of survival is supreme in the life of anybody. Hey, Bruzen, actually, na gakusu kaitus egumri, nyaubo, kutokwazu, roji, and the rest of them. They started integrating and finding their feet, and it helped them, because eventually now. So Kotaji, you can't go back to Sapelo or what, because they are hinterland. How many tubers of yam can you carry in one barn? Whereas one small boat can give you about 100 tubers. Go along the child. Although it's I'm Shobu, but how do on it? I hear it go. Whereas Stephen does or the Ihatro. Or to see Otaba, Oceanosia, Alata. They will have glory that I got here. So put something. Then again, from the 15th, 16th century, even up to the 18th, even up to the 19th century, slave trade came in. Not how with the slave trade, Lucia. Not even the woman. Hey, what was a slave trade? And the primitivity of our people didn't allow them to see the difference between roses and brambles. They went into it because it was paying off. That was during the slave trade that carried over 3,000 black people from the west coast of Africa to Trinidad, Tobago, and the rest of the America, the plantation. Everybody saw that that was the end thing to do to survive. The Tigishi, no slavery. I don't know. Ụfọdụ bute ha ala Ijo like Opobo. Ha ruo nga ha ere everything. But onye na-enye m nsogbu that can interpret what I'm saying to be whatever primitive. That let us do the logic. That was what the internet at that time. The slaves there with ezigbo ego, with mkpọrọ honor, ezigbo afọ there. As at that time for a bushman, they felt good. So that slavery continued until 1841, August. But then when Victoria was still alive. So, but because by the Berlin Conference, the whole of Europe decided that they should give up slavery because it was animalistic, it was primitive, they condemned it, but they started it. So they decided now they should stop. And by that time, Aboh was on top of the situation along the Niger. Aboh was the incident you can talk about. You did not come out to the river Niger to do anything. From here to Onitsha, from here to Patani here, to Nembe, Gamana boss. I don't understand me. If you did it, Aboh people would deal with you. And we had the most, in fact, the fiercest naval force along the Niger. Go and read books by Professor Barry Kim of UI. Go and read books by the first African Vice Chancellor of the University of Ibadan. Forget that it's my alma mater, but it's true. The people and kings of Aboh that you dared not come out to the Niger. If you wanted to sell as slaves to anybody, you must pass through their boss. So that one brought about a lot of international quarrels, bickerings, slaughters between us and our neighbors. But Aboh was on top.
Okay, all right. I
won't forget to mention this episode with the Landa brothers. I'm sure you know about that story. It's an interesting story where Aboh excelled with what they call Ubekele, long stretching wooden canoes that took them down to places like Asaba, like Muzim and Anam, in all those areas where the real trading was going on with the galas. I don't understand me. That was where the exchange was going on, exchange between our side and other side in terms of human beings, in terms of other ways, the potassium with which they needed to do their guns and whatever. So when they sold those ones, they came back, went to the market and bought all this thing. Even the tin of otaba was money for my people. So we excelled. Nobody dared us. It was that Berlin Conference that stopped it. But I'm happy with the benefit of hindsight to let you know that the stoppage of that slavery, whatever, experiences of our people was good enough. Otherwise, by now, we would have been killing each other.
Okay. Because, kọtara mmekọ unu na ndị Igbo ndị nke nọ ofe mmiri na-emekọ ihe dịka emume unu na-emekọ unu na-emekọtasị ọnụ.
Ka o ezigbo ajụjụ ọ ugbu a ka ị jụrụ ajụjụ bara uru a ga-eji wekọtụ ntakịrị baa etu anyị na ụmụnne anyị ndị ọzọ. The only divisive force I nwere nature is River Niger. Can't help that. But as soon as we landed here, that about the beginning of the 16th century, 1504 and thereabout, up to 1585, I was good that here the Bible had chosen a way of living, existentialism. How do we live? We've left the hinterland of Benin Kingdom. We are now on the river side. So, naturally, adventurers now among people. People want to go and see what are these people doing there. What are these people doing there? What are these people? That was how people like Christopher Columbus went to America in 1492 and discovered America. They wanted to see adventurers. That was how Richard Landa and brothers came to find out the tributary from the northern part of Nigeria, Lokoja, to be precise, down to the river Niger. I mean, down to the Atlantic. So, okay, the Bible says, okay, let us see now. By that time, Ejikere Mutaitis Akobo. Okay? And I said, okay, these yams, where are we going to sell them? We can't go to Sapra World because look at this time. Motor. No. The highest was even bicycle in the 18th century. Hebrews Nagade. In that kind of adventurous exercise, how water that in their room, they have started learning the language gradually. It was no longer Benin. It was, if you like, call it admixture of Benin plus Ibrahim. Don't forget that all the Igbos that were there were not speaking Igbo. Because Igbo Onitsha, Igbo Anam, Igbo Enugu, Nsuka, all the same at Igbo Imo.
Eziokwu ịma ọ ya wụ ihe anyị na-ekwu maka mgbe m bịara na Aboh ebe abụọ na-asụ ihe ọzọ dị mgbe ya ka a ji asị no
these things happen, you can't help it because
asị na Igbo na-asụ n'olu mana akwụ ụkwara ya wụrụ ofu.
Yes, now.
So mụ awụ onye mbiri nwere ka ọ na mgbe m batara ebe a na ọ mbiri ga m na-asụ nwere onye ga-anụ ya.
No.
So otu ahụ ka o si dịrị. Alright, so ihe ọzọ m chọrọ ịjụ gị wụ ahịa ole ka a na-azụ ebe ahịa ụbọchị n'ole?
A na-azụ apịa within a space of 4-5 days. A na-enwe eke ka eji azụ ahịa. Eke
kpọchara na ha niile.
Eke, Afọ, Nkwọ, Orie. It's empty.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, we imbibe a lot of the phrases, the words, the expressions in different forms from that side because they dominated. That is even across the Niger. But we were a small segment here. But we needed to interact with them. So how does that? How do you what do you do? Integrate and get what you want. And that is life. Okay. So all the time has it because before the 19th century, we already integrated in terms of language so that we began to understand each other. We forgot a lot about the which one concerned. Okay, so that's how it is.
Okay, here's what I'm trying to do. Now, I don't know this generation, the 20th century, 21st century.
Are you bringing us backwards?
21st century. Yeah, the 22nd century. Okay, all right. I don't know this new millennium.
Yeah.
Ụmụ Igbo na-eto eto chọrọ mmekọta ụmụnne nke pụrụ iche maka na anyị etopụtara na-ahụ na after alụchara ọgụ na mgbe alụchara ọgụ agha Nigeria na Biafra ụfọdụ ihe gbanwere bụrụkwa taa enweziri ndị anyị na ha kwesịrị na-eme nwanne mbịazi na agwa anyị na mba ha chọtara ekwute dị okwu ya wara Sọnde anyị na ha na-afụsi ofe asụsụ na-azụkwa ofu ahịa Eke, Orie, Afọ, Nkwọ. So ihe a na-agbaghoju ụfọdụ ụmụ Igbo anya mekwere na anyị ji o ji nụ anyị ọkụ n'obi iji si ka anyị jiri ihe soshal midia jiri gagharịwa n'Igbo niile mawa ndị na-eme ihe Igbo maka na ọ amata emeziwe na anyị matacha ibe Igbo nọ ebe ndị na-eme ihe Igbo ya bụ ihe bụ anyị bịawa Aboh. Kedu ihe ị nwere ike ikwu maka ya?
Ihe gị ghọta wụ that ụwa dị egwu but even ị nwere ụmụ ise don't expect all of them to be behaving alike. I'm not sure. Some will pick from you, some will pick from the mother, some will pick from the village and the Igbo too. But then the differences come up from reaction to situations, both at personal level and at group level or collective level, as you may say. I na umunna new face too. Buana, here menu can have integrated that can have root is that first of all, when you low where I say when you be, we cannot say we have been in again now. Not possible. Yes, historical we can say we have been, but characteristically, I change even the man go we have move. In fact, I and the woman and the first card. I give you example. Go to nature. I don't say no more say exactly beneath carbon copy. For instance, Okweze, I na have both. A book at the Bible, oh, when Diana had book at the same. Go to a refitted deep. Then they change the refitted in I'm not bravo in the vine. Because in Ghana, bike and I bought Barike. How we bike and bring it. I have Bob and I have any chase. How I because I have the power, both spiritual and physical and anything you can think of. We like to dominate because the power of nobility. Always. Igana Ihala. I thought that about boss Ihala 1965. Military on the band of the baby. Igana BC. They left from here.
That Bombise.
Yes, go and ask them. Go and meet somebody, I don't know whether it's still have Chief Ariyu Mbale, where we worked together in SUA. I made him what he was, a branch manager. Igana Kesele Sudoku, now Malkona, then you go and wait on Suka. Ask them say want to see the village of Celestinuku, the great musician of the century at that time. Oh, Ndabo. Igana Ogugu of Ndabo. Igana Gulere of Ndabo. Igana on the Chasef. Igana Kemoronanya. When I was at CKC. Eze. Onitsha. As at that time. Okoshi the second. I know had like this. Up to tomorrow, I know had an exchange program. And I always so good between a husband and a wife, non and this day. No, Parachi, that is it. Of course, candidate they settle there. I know had it so close. As so many other areas, I know had them. I got the accommodation at Ihala 1965 because I told the papa I met at Nkwobe that Aboh. He had to drop whatever he was doing. He said, Aboh. Hey, it's the Hojo. They would go to Umokuronko, last village before you go to Willie. Told me, Unoki, oh, where trade on the Czech Christopher, oh, I would here, but I can go there. I'm more for. I buy the social activities. Mom, we're going to go and we picked it up from Okija. They would hear people the same. Up to Willie. If I sing that song for you, go run away. You're not going to say I come from. I'm going to go within the mom. So the question of this or that exists in the mind of those who think. But here are some of I think that now that don't want us to exist. Eventually will come to pass. No BI, no two. OBI must be one if you want to fight that battle. And and they couldn't buy especially one number. I forgot that we had 9 generals in the Biafran army from here. And we fought the war. And I know when I see in the housing, they are referring inferiorly to us. You think we'll be happy about it? That we are inferior Igbos. How can you say that? Who are you? We fought the war. Go and ask anybody who, if you want, I bring you books about the Nigerian Biafra war, but Major General Madebo. Tell the story. Then our brothers across the Niger have to realize that this world belongs to people and that you have to mellow down. You can interact with other people depending on your level of perception of certain things. If you feel that you are superior, we will say, okay, go away. But if you feel that we are the same people, bound together by our language, bound together by ancestral interaction, then we support you and move ahead. Not that we are not in support, but we don't want that unnecessary kind of arrogance that pervades the impression of anybody that is from there that you are superior. Superior in what way? Who brought it during the war? was an Asaba man. We fought. I was a member of the military. We are writing the speeches that Okokondem, a blessed memory, was reading to the whole world, like Goebbels of German Hitler. I could convince anybody that it is so. We were writing it. I was already graduating. So I graduated system, but the world caught up with us. So let us accept each other that we ain't on war. Let us accept each other that we're the same people. I won't dare not try to. I can understand me. And I can tell you, without that, I never should. Because when I'm the flannel, equally that on no account can they allow I except on the battlefield.